fans, I forgot to plug my sound in. Hold on. There we go. Hopefully that will sound better now. All right. So I got this cool Moss Man from somebody online. His name was Drew Daly. Thank you, Drew. It was so cool of you to actually sell me this Moss Man at a really good price. I was pretty happy to get him, and he's pretty cool. So let's go and check him out, and not just check him out, but find out what we can do with other figures while mixing them. Because you guys know me, I just can't leave stuff alone. It's fun to mix things and see what we come up with. So let's take a look and see who's here. Juan Solo says we can hear you now. Great. Thanks, Juan. I appreciate it. Now, I did get a new network. Hopefully, my thing won't keep cutting out all the time and having issues. I just got so fed up with it. I sent the network box back to Asus so they can fix it or whatever they do. Whatever they do to make it work. In the meanwhile, I plugged in, sounds funny, my old one, actually. So we will see how that works out. Hey, Carlos, thanks for joining us. Eric, thanks for being here. Eric, my morning is going good. If you didn't see my last video, I'm finishing up my lava on my Snake Mountain, and it's coming out really cool. I'm pretty happy with how it's coming out. All right, let's go ahead and without further ado, let's get into Moss Man and break him open. Again, Drew, thank you so much. It was great to have this. Yeah, Eric, I'll check that out. I'll check it out after the video and see what you sent me. Cool, cool. All right, on the back of the box, whoa, look at that. We got some cool figures on the back here. And it shows Moss Man and his yellow armor and his weird club-looking thing, mace. And it's funny, it looks like they might have reused the Lady Slither piece for this, but they're going to have a different little belt piece, because when you put this on the male figure, you don't get the belt with it. So then we got a guy here that looks like Nephew, whatever his name is. Crazy, crazy. Hey, Jeff, thanks for joining us. Weird, he doesn't smell like wet dog. All right, let's bust this thing open. Where are my scissors? Did I not leave a pair of scissors here again? Oh, here we go. I got my little AA scissors. AA scissors. All right, let's go ahead and try to preserve the box as much as we can. I was thinking this had fuzz on it, but it doesn't. It's kind of nice as these cool little boxes they come in at the window like that. It's a great collector box and easily resealable. 2 bonuses. All right, one thing you notice right off the bat is we have this yellow armor. And this yellow armor was originally in the weapons pack from the 80s. And they've been releasing a lot of the weapons pack stuff with other figures slowly. It'd be cool if they just released the weapons pack at whole. Now, it's funny they happen to include this with Moss Man, because depending on what you had as a kid, when you got the weapons pack, depends on what figure you'd put it with. Now, when I was younger, I didn't have Moss Man, but I did have Webster. So we're going to recreate the Webster figure that I made when I was a kid using this armor here. So let's go ahead and pull out his mace. That's weird. I thought for sure it'd have serrations or ridges along here. Let me go and add a light so we can see what's going on better. Yeah, I just thought for sure there'd be some kind of serrations or something along here to make it look like it was some kind of bent metal that would whap people, as opposed to just being a bent piece of plastic. But that's okay. Then we have his weapon he came with, which was this right here. Now, what would have been really cool if he came with a knife and his bag like we saw with Classics. That was really cool. And he has a comic. This comic has been a little bit mangled, but not bad. And it says, poisoned from the stars. Oh, wow. Look at that. It's some kind of, that looks really cool. Check that out. Kind of a snake vibe to it. And there we see King Hiss. Hiss. And Moss Man. What? Look at that. Something's going on here. I will remain rooted here forever. Oh, neat. Year of the Snake. Yes, I guess it is. Which is funny because in the past, whenever the Snake were released, That was always the end of the line. If you take a look at the original line when Snake Men came out, that pretty much killed the line. In 2000, when Snake Men came out, it kind of killed the line too. Now, I was hoping he'd be the same color as Man-at-Arms, but I guess from people said online, he actually matches the Snake Men Infiltrator body. So I bought the body just to match him so we can have some fun seeing what we can do with the extra parts. Oh, I should have brought some hot water in here so I could change out the loincloth on the Infiltrator. Oh well, that's okay. Next time. All right, so here he is. Ooh, he's really mossy feeling. This is different than I've ever felt before, the Moss Man. Usually it's kind of spiky and prickly. This is soft. Really strange. Well, I can see this is dangerous. Look at that. It just comes in and out of the... That is going to wear out, but man, is it cool. It's just seeing how that goes inside there like that. In the past, it would have never had a joint that was like that. That's cool. All right, where's the... Well, they don't have the direction showing what comes apart. We'll just guess. I'm guessing his arms come off. Let's see. Nope. Maybe not. I'll stop pulling. Let's try his waist, see if it comes off. Oh, yep, the waist comes off. I don't know if his arms come off or not. I'm not going to risk it. So I'm sure his head comes off, though, because he has an alternate head. Doo-doo. Now, Moss Man originally never came with any armor. He just came just like this, all natural with his mace. And that was it. So I am not going to put the armor on him because I do not want to mess up his beautiful fur. So sorry about that, you guys. But we will use the armor for 2 other instances. Let's go ahead and break open this Snake Men Infiltrator. And basically it's just a Royal Guard in a different shade of green with a Snake Man head. Not really that spectacular, but still, let's check it out and see it anyway. He breaks easy in the legs, Todd. Okay, thanks, Mike, for letting me know. So I will be careful with his legs. And this one has another comic. Oops. That's how I lost the other one. And it has the Snake Man-at-Arms in it. Let's just toss this stuff onto the floor for now. I'll clean it later. See, and that's how my room becomes a disaster. Oh, he's got... Oh, wow. I was not expecting that. Look at that. He has a snake staff. It's silver. Silver! And he has a silver... can't think of the name of it now, but we'll call it an axe for now. I know it starts with an H or something. There he is. I thought his face thing made it come off, but I guess not. Now, I don't know if he's supposed to be Snake Man-at-Arms or just a Snake Guard in general. Let's take a look at the box again. It just says Snake Man Infiltrator, Slithering Spy in Disguise. So I guess he wasn't one guy who was transformed. He just is a Snake Man pretending to be a guard. So not what I thought, but either way, that's pretty cool. But anyway, we are going to rip him apart. Ah, no, what did I do? You are going to be the unflocked Moss Man. Unflocked Moss Man. Take your head off. There we go. There we go. Zoop. Zoop. You don't need no stinking armor. You don't need no stinking armor. Ba-da-dum-bum. Okay. Zoop. Ho ho. Ho ho ho. Now, I probably want to switch the shorts to something else. And maybe the boots too. But still, that is pretty cool. Now, you could throw the yellow armor on that he came with. And that would give him more of a Moss Man look for what class or Origins is going for. All right, the big spike goes up and the fold goes in the back. Or the connection, just like that. Big spike, in the back. There we go. Dun, dun, dun. We'll give him the secondary weapon. He's a Moss Man minion. I'm the minion of Moss Man. I have not grown moss on my body yet because I am too young. Oh! But still, a very cool looking guy. It's a great way to customize him quickly. But that is not the way I'm going to keep him. That was just for you guys to see. I'm going to go charge this really quick. He is dying. Oop, oop. Well, that was bad. I almost unplugged my network power supply when I went to plug in that light for charging. That would have ended the feed quickly. All right, so what I really want to see is my custom I had when I was a kid, which was this here. So here we have Webster. Webster. It was such an awesome figure. You could do so much of this figure. I remember as a kid, I actually didn't want this figure. And then when I got him, I just loved him. I loved his string action he could do and the way he looked. And I pretended like he had Spider-Man's abilities, so he could stick to walls and, you know, all kinds of other cool stuff. So he was my Eternian Spider-Man bad guy, which I guess Marvel has a figure like that. And it's like Spider-Man but a bad guy, but I didn't know about him. But, not Marvel, I mean DC. All right. So let's go ahead and bust Webster out of here. It's funny, that Thunderdome song is stuck in my head because my friend just told me he saw Mad Max. I'm like, you saw Mad Max? Which one? And I thought he meant the new one or something. He goes, oh. And I said, the one of Mel Gibson? Oh, yeah, that's the one. And so we started talking about different Mad Maxes, and then I found out it was the Thunderdome one. I said, well, Thunderdome, it's cool and all, but it ain't the Mad Max that I grew up on originally. But it is still fun. It's kind of like, you know, Rocky 3. It got too heroistic, cartoony. All right, so here we have this guy, and this figure by itself is pretty cool. Did I lose his gun already? Oh, here it is. You know what I love about getting lots of these guys is getting the orange gun. If you get a bunch of orange guns, they look great for your guards because it's orange, and it just makes sense to have them have orange guns. So if you have a bunch of guards hanging around, give them your extra Webster orange guns when you make your customs. Because as you know, Webster makes some awesome customs. You can make a Leo Skeletor. You can make a blue Hordak. See? Here's my blue Hordak made from one of my Websters. He's just so cool and so versatile for making so many different figures. It's really cool. Let's see. Juan Solo says, oh, Halbert. Thank you, Jordan. Let's see. Juan Solo says, Todd, the Masterverse, you can do the same thing with the web store. Just open the backpack. Nice. All right. So one thing that's so cool, if you didn't know how this worked, is they made a gear ratio in here. So as you pull this, the string here is longer than the string on top. See, this string right here is pretty short. You can see it in the camera there. Where this one here, when you pull it, it just keeps going and going and going. And the reason why is because it's work equals force, and being this string is twice as long, and the gear ratio of it is one's a small gear, one's a big gear. So as you pull this, because the way the pulley is, it allows him to climb up the rope. See? And that is like the coolest thing. And I remember when I was in science class as a teenager, remembering back to work equals force and how this guy works by just pulling his thing to go up the string. And that was just so much fun to zoop, zoop. Such a clever idea, Mattel. I love it. I love it. Which made this figure so much fun as a kid. Being able to pull that rope and have him actually climb up by the pulling of the rope. In fact, I think one of these backpacks are going with my Classics Webster. I got one still sitting off to the side, but this way then my Classics thing can have the power to climb. All right, so Here is the stuff. You don't get it no more. Now, back when I was a kid, I couldn't do leg swaps. I could do arm swaps, though, but not a lot of swaps. Now, to put this on right, it's got to go on the bicep. Okay, don't put it way up here. Don't put it down there. Get it right on the bicep. Line it up on the tricep. And it just looks the coolest like that. Ho, 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 ho. I see a lot of people putting it way up high on the arm. And it just looks ridiculous. It should be right on the bicep. That's where it looks the coolest. Yeah. All right. I know I could undo his little thing there, but it's easier to rip the legs off. And then I'd add a whip, and I'd call him Beastmaster. Beastmaster! And he was a good guy who basically was Beastman's counterpart good guy. He had all the powers from the Beastmaster movie, because you guys know I love that movie. And he was my Beastmaster. Now, granted, it doesn't look like Beastmaster from the movie, but in my mind, he was Beastmaster from the movie. And that was my cool custom I made when I was a kid. And and the whip I made for him was actually a custom whip. It wasn't just a Beastman whip. It was actually a cord from a microphone. And I cut the cord off and put the plug, the silver plug, in his hand, and it had two little circles on it like buttons. So it's like it was a, he could push the buttons and energize the whip. That way, then he could fight off evil beasts that Beastman sent his way. And then because he was also from the Spider Clan, he had the power of Spider-Man 2 to stick to walls and everything else. So, like, awesome Beastmaster spider guy. So, that was, naked Moss Man. He stays naked. He came naked into this world. He stays naked into this world. It was funny. The other day, it was my friend's birthday, and we were all at work. And I told everybody it was his birthday so people could wish him happy birthday. And one person thought I was joking. Is it really his birthday? And finally he looks at him and goes, yeah, it's really my birthday. And so I said, yeah, I told him to come in his birthday suit so everybody would know it was his birthday. And of course the lady I said that to was just cracking up. My friend kind of laughed a little bit, but not as much as she did. Oh, his fuzzy's too thick. I was going to say maybe he can get enlisted in the Royal Guard. But to fit it over his fur, just a little bit too much. So I'm going to do a jump back. Jump back! As you guys know, we have a Fuzzy Moss Man. And as you guys know, Naked Green Man. Oh, this one here. He's still got fuzzy shorts on. Brrr, fuzzy shorts. Anyway, as you guys know, a lot of people's Moss Mans from the 80s, the fuzz came off. And so I met this guy. He was pretty cool. He ran a company called Hair Club for G.I. Joe. And his process was so perfected that the G.I. Joe community of collectors basically gave him the authority to fix G.I. Joe's fuzzy hair and not lose value in the figure after it was done. Of course, it was 12-inch figures, the fuzzy hair. So I contacted him and said, hey, can you do green? And they didn't have green for him to do, which would have been really cool. But we did make a deal, and we struck it up, and he made me a fuzzy Beast Man. Let me go grab it so you guys can see how awesome this is. Oh, I should have had him already out and ready to go, but I didn't know I was going to show them to you guys. Many of you guys have seen him before in other videos I've made. He's like, for the years, was my most expensive figure. For many years. There he is. There he is. You know what? He looked cooler in my mind just a second ago than he actually does, but we'll get your guys' opinion. So here is my fuzzy Beast Man. And he used the orange hair for G.I. Joe. So you can see that if you look close, he has all the different coloring going on. Which is funny because the new Moss Man has the same thing going on, where it's multiple different colors But originally, a long time ago, I believe the old mouse man was just kind of fuzzy green. I can't remember. I don't have them anymore. But anyway, so when he did them for me, I pulled them all apart because I was able to pull apart the legs and stuff back then, and I sent him all the pieces separately. And he knew to keep this out and to keep his hands and wrists unfuzzed. And then I just let him do what he wanted to, and he decided to keep the abs unfuzzed too, which was kind of a fun thing. And he made him bald on top, which was kind of cool too. And it was just such a cool figure. But first, I bought this figure brand new as a commemorative. So I took the commemorative figure, opened the box up, pulled him apart, and then mailed him to the guy. Now, mailing him back then was pretty spendy. And by the time I mailed him, paid for the work to be done, and then got it mailed back, this became my most expensive figure for a long time. And it was just crazy. And again, this was done professionally by that guy. It does a hair club for G.I. Joe. And it feels weird. It's not as soft as this, where it's nice and soft. It feels like the old G.I. Joe hair. It's kind of funny. But he used to do custom jobs where he would you send him a picture of your face or somebody else's face, and he would match the facial hair to look the same. Now, unfortunately, it's not on the biceps. Like I told you, it looks coolest because it's just too thick to put on the biceps. So I had to put it up high above the biceps, which does kind of bother me. And because it was the commemorative didn't have two separate ones. They had the same one, so you're stuck with an opening on one side. No, Mattel, why did you do that? So Mattel gave us two left ones instead of a left and a right like they were supposed to. But anyway, so let's see. Someone asked me a question. Will you make a flocked Origins Beastman? No, I have no plans to. That would be cool, but nope. Mike Feast has always wanted a flocked Beastman as a kid. Yeah, I didn't do this as a kid. I did it as an adult. As you guys know, the commemoratives came out in 2000-ish. So how did that part end up way over there? That's funny. All right, so that is my Beastman story. Scott says not a fan of flocking. That's why we can do this, Scott. Huh. Now, if you notice, I didn't have hot water today. Hot water scares you on the flocking. If you put the Classics Beastman in hot water, his flocking will come off. Not cleanly and not all of it, just enough to ruin your figure. So be careful when it comes around hot water. I haven't tested him yet and I have no plans to, but I imagine they probably use the same kind of processes to make them. I don't know. It's been a number of years. They might have changed since then. Actually, you know what? This brown is an excellent brown. I am definitely going to use this loincloth and these boots for a custom. Hold on a second. Where is my box of parts? I think I got an extra He-Man loincloth somewhere. This one's stuck on the body, so that won't work. There's one. So what I was thinking is I would take and put this on there, and then give him He-Man's boots. I don't have any extra He-Man boots just sitting out right now. Oh, is that one? Nope. That's the other He-Man boot from the Neververse. Here we go. There's a He-Man boot. So he would get these boots right here. So that's what I was planning on doing with this guy. Giving him those boots. Nope, wrong boots. Das Boot. There we go. Oop. Where's another boot? Somewhere in this mess, I got another boot. My dad only have one boot. That'd be kind of weird, so I'm sure somewhere in here. Ah, let's drop my foot pegs. Look at this club. Who is this club from? Somebody online tell me where I got this from. What figure? That is massive. Is this from the fake or from the Spiker figure from Masterverse? That is just hellacious looking. Holy cow. All right, time to look under the box. Oh. Wow. I don't see the other boot. I'll have to look for it later. So let's do a comparison since I just found the parts from the 80s pack. Here is the 80s one. And the yellow is different. You can see this is more yellow, this is more orange. Come on out of there. And here are the arm cuffs from the 80s. And again, they gave us a right and a left like they were supposed to. And again, they were just a little bit more orange. Not quite so yellow. All right, let's stuff them back into the box, or back into the bag I got them in. That boot was made for walking and it walked away. That's funny, man. All right, well, thanks for joining me. My lava piece is almost done. I can't believe he's got two regular hands that close. I want one for my man-at-arms. Let's see how close it is. I just got to see. I got to know. Hold on. That is driving me crazy. I cannot find a closed hand. Yeah, the green's completely different. Man. Well, maybe it's time to change Man-at-Arms to a darker green. Completely. I don't know. I mean, it could be kind of cool to make Man-at-Arms a darker green. Let's take a look at the original Man-at-Arms. What? Well, there he is. This is actually the commemorative one, but actually that green matches the commemorative one closer. So I may swap it out, just so it matches closer to the original greens they used. All right. Maybe it is time to warm up some hot water. Yep. You know what? I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I will just make a whole nother video about it so I can get hot water going. All right, you guys. Todd, do you have Mantenna? The Origins one? No, I do not. I don't believe I do. I don't remember. That's so ridiculous. You know what'd be funny is see this hair if I was to sand out this rim in here and that back there if it fit on the new Masterverse Man-at-Arms. That'd be funny. Paint it brown. Beastmaster. Eric, that's a great question. The lava is just about done. The floor's still got a ways to go. But I do have the bridge completed. I'll be making a video later today to show off the bridge and the lava. Unfortunately, I'm still waiting for more filament to come in for the lava. All right, anybody say what this is from? Why does Moss Man have yellow hair? Just having fun. Just having fun. It's like one of the monkeys from what was that show called? Oh, Banana Splits. La 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 la. 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4. Anyway. What paint do I use for action figures? That's a great question. I use Vallejo. If you take a look, I got a video I just finished where I just painted him more skin tone. And so go look for this video on my channel, and I show all the paints I use with links. So you can check that out. Because I was tired. This one here, they didn't do the face right. And this one here, they didn't do the color right. So I decided to make a new one. And the new one matches very close to the original color we had back in the 80s. Dun, ta-da. So check it out. It's a whole video on me painting Manny faces. And in that video, like I said, I have the links to the paints I used and everything else. So check it out. Oh wait, I was thinking new zoo review. The show with the hippo and the owl. That's funny. No, unless Masterverse Beastman had more than one club, his club was like a giant baseball bat with spikes on it. Let me show you. I happen to have him here in my beast box. The Beasts of Burden box. Here's what his club looks like. So you can see it's different. I think this might have been Spikors. I'm not sure. I don't know whose club it was. So this is the one I'm asking about. Oh! Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba ba. Ba da 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 da. Nope, this is not the Classics one. The Classics one is orange. Good guess, man. I don't know what it was from. I just saw it in my kit. It's like, oh, where did this come from? Give the Eternia Beastman Club to my... Oh, nice, Master Far. He gave his Eternia Beastman Club to his Masterverse Mossman. That is sharp. I just went like this, kind of not even thinking. That could actually cause some damage. Ooh, let's see how far I can go into this corkboard. Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh! That just sticks right in there. Look at that. Ka-tunk. Ugh. That's crazy. Yeah, that would cause some damage. You throw it across the room and hit someone in the head, they would not be happy with you. All right, time to put Beastman away. See, this is my Eternia's extra box. Oops, I smacked my camera one more time. I have my monsters in there, 1, 2, 3. I got my kids in there, 4 of them. I got my pal Odin. I got my He-Man snake guy. And I have, and I have Jim, the guy who does the maintenance on the castles. I need to get Jim a plunger. Oh, here it is. Here's Jim's plunger. All right, Jim. Know your place, man. Ugh. Ugh. And for those that didn't know, I named this guy after my friend at work named Jim, who actually watches this channel. I gave him a little wrench too, so he can do some work. Rip, rip, rip. It was really a Hank Pym figure, and he was just too cool to get rid of, so I made him the attorney and maintenance man. I know you're probably thinking, well, isn't that Man at Arms' job? Well, Man at Arms would not fix Snake Mountain, so Jim does it all. He's just an on-call guy, helps everybody out, regardless of what you believe. Where is his arm piece? Is that yours? No, it's a leg piece. Anyway, I'll find it later and put it back on. He's called Big Jim now. Nice. Let's see, who is Bert? Bert, the Stormtrooper Review. Hey, thanks for joining us, Bert. It's like we have to check out your channel. It's like someone loves your videos, man. I'll have to check it out and see what you got going on. All right, that is the end. Thanks for watching. Now I got to charge this light too. Burp. So be ready for next video. All right, until next time, good journey. And remember, please share these videos around. It helps to get new people here. Bye now.